Okay, so today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to go off on a little bit of a rant. This is a subject that I've been wanting to address for a long time because I do consider myself a hippie, and I also know a lot of people who do as well. And I just feel like some things need to be made clear. So, okay, first let's take a look at the definition of hippie. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, a hippie is a usually young person who rejects established social customs, such as by dressing in an unusual way or living in a commune, and who opposes violence and war, especially a young person of this kind in the 1960s and 70s. So that would mean, if you take part in mainstream social customs, especially those that adhere to violence, and yet you still consider yourself a hippie, then you might actually be more accurate in calling yourself something else. Seeing as part of being a hippie is a stance against violence, anyone who puts themselves in this category should be vegan by default. And I mean vegan, not vegetarian or pescatarian. Because yes, fish can feel pain, the oceans are expected to be empty in 30 years, and no, cows don't just produce milk, they are raped and then they have their babies stolen from them. Okay, so vegan. They should be vegan. Taking the lives of other beings or exploiting their reproductive parts in any way is certainly considered violent. Consuming these processed GMO and animal-based foods is like committing chemical warfare on life itself. Now, I'm going to talk about music festivals for a second because I enjoy music festivals and going to shows. I can't tell you how many people I've come in contact with who I'm sure would consider themselves hippies while they're munching down on some chemical-bathed, cholesterol-filled fast food. Some of these people even believe in energy and crystal healing and essential oils and all of the metaphysical stuff. And yet they're also overweight and they don't make that connection to their food and what they put in their mouths. And I seriously just don't understand. It drives me insane because I just don't get it. Even people who I know personally, who I will not name, they live the lifestyle of promoting peace and love and crystals and music and, you know, fighting the man and being anti-government while literally eating the garbage that the government pushes on us so that we stay sick and we stay paying them and we stay, you know, stuck giving them all of our paychecks to keep us in the healthcare system. You know, like, they're going against everything they believe in by putting these foods into their bodies. In this case, you aren't a hippie, you're just a slave eating a slave. And I get that money's tough right now, like it's tight for some people, but like, for God's sake, if you need to go through a fast food restaurant one day for dinner, like, at least pick a vegan option. Like, it's 2016, they're everywhere. Like, Taco Bell has bean burritos, almost the entire breakfast menu at BK is vegan. The French toast sticks, like, those are vegan. White Castle has a veggie burger. Like, the options are endless. Like, if you have to go that route, at least don't be violent about it. Like, actually stick to your beliefs. Back to music festivals. Have you seen some of the vendors at these events? Like, take a look at some of these foods that were served at Bonnaroo and Coachella in the past, and you tell me if this is real hippie food. Because nothing goes better with peace, love, and music than cooking up some abused animals and pollution while increasing our risk for heart disease and cancer. Sounds like a great time to me. And have you ever seen the accumulation of trash at these events? Like, you go to Bonnaroo on the first day, the grass is bright green and everything's beautiful. The last day, it's all mud and there's just garbage everywhere. The worst smells coming from the bathroom. Like, respect, people. Respect. Clean up after yourself. If you're a hippie, you shouldn't be doing these non-hippie things. It just doesn't make any sense. If you are one of my favorite kind of hypocrites who like to hike the forest with beef jerky and cheese sticks and leave all of your beer cans and plastic bottles on the trail to blow around and then finish off your day at a steakhouse, because for some reason the glorious beauty of nature just makes everyone crave murder and pollution. Like, for Christ's sake, if you carry it in there full, you can take it out empty. It's lighter, it's easier, it takes up less space because you can crush it up. Just, if you carry it in, carry it out. It's not that hard. I generally do it for you. I make it my mission to pick up one piece of extra trash and bring it out with me. And really though, all of you hikers getting it in nature, doing through hikes like the Appalachian Trail, why are you fueling your adventures with society's garbage? You're not gonna get any closer to Mother Nature while putting ramen noodles and Slim Jims into your body. It's absolute nature blasphemy. These foods directly harm not only your body, but the planet. Just watch Cowspiracy and it's plain to see. You're just exploiting nature for your own personal gain. I don't understand why people are so ignorant and abuse and trash the nature that we claim to love. Yeah, I don't understand how people can go on through hikes and then eat things that directly harm their bodies and the planet. It just doesn't make any sense. Those are the worst kinds of hippies, in my opinion. Another social norm that is the product of violence is leather, which aside from tie-dye, I have found to be huge amongst the hippie crowd. Like leather moccasins, belts and bags, even accessories like wristbands and necklaces and, you know, headpieces. It's pure cruelty in a product. That's all it is. It's pure animal cruelty. And if you are a hippie and you promote peace and love, you should not be wearing something, the skin that was ripped off of another animal. Like that doesn't belong to you, and it was a very violent act to remove that skin from that animal. So sorry, no leather for you. And if you haven't seen the documentary yet called The True Cost, I highly recommend you check that movie out, because I will tell you that there is nothing ethical about buying cheap clothes made of pesticide full GMO cotton from factory workers that are underpaid in Indonesia. Like, there's nothing ethical about that. So you should definitely check out that movie. You know, being a hippie isn't about looking a certain way. It's about a stance against violence and about using your dollars to promote products that don't need cruelty to produce them. You know, you vote with your dollars. Every time you buy a product, you are telling the manufacturers what you want them to keep doing, you know? So just because you aren't physically there spraying the pesticides or, you know, killing the pig doesn't mean you aren't directly responsible for those crimes happening, because you are. Without the consumer, there would be no need for the product. You know, being a hippie really does go hand in hand with the compassionate stance of veganism. So if you like the concept of peace and love, and yet you commit the hypocrisies that I've just talked about, maybe it's time to take a good look at the way you live your life and adjust some things so that you can actually be living your truth. Because I will tell you, it feels so wonderful to actually be living in a way that aligns with your truth and your beliefs, and living in a way that truly does cause no harm to others. And my hippie yogis out there, there is a yogic term called blah, blah. Here it is. I'll put it right here. And it is literally causing no harm to others. So if you're a yogi and you're consuming animal products, you're not, like, I just don't understand the world anymore, guys. Like, what the fuck are we doing? I don't understand. I really hope this video helps you make the connection to your truth and what you truly should be doing to live a compassionate, non-violent life. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you want to see more videos like this from me. And since this will probably only get like 15 views, Peace out to all my real hippies out there. All you vegans keeping it real. I love you all. See ya. Sorry for being so angry, but can you really blame me?